Hey Taurus, TT here with a channel message for all of my Taurians. If you are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. I got a message for all of my Taurians that are like you pushing through. You could be pushing P, pushing P, pushing P, pushing P. I heard that song like you're really trying to save, you're really trying to persevere, push through this time and just like, ugh. All right, doesn't this person look very uncomfortable? Look at this. You're trying to see something to the other end, all right? But the biggest message that I feel like here is you're trying to stick to something. This could be a diet plan, this could be a job that you just started, this could be something that you're unsure about. This could be the constructs of your own mind. Only you know what it is. This could be your own self-limiting beliefs that you're trying to persevere over around money. And like, yes, I'm saving up for this, but it's worth it in the long run. You could be getting a lot of universal force working against you. It's something about things not moving as quickly or as fast as you may like it. So you could be working on a job or you're working on some type of creative project, but it's taking a long time to get to a certain level of success. And you may be tapping into your savings or utilizing a lot of your savings to accommodate for the lack thereof. And you're just trying to be patient and look at things from a different perspective, but you're starting to feel defeated. So if that's you by any chance, Taurus, and you are going through and you need that extra push, you need that extra oomph, I feel like Spirit has a message for you to get you to the other side of whatever this is that you're trying to stick to. This could be a habit as well, I'm hearing. Let's get one card from this deck, please, Spirit. All right, the Scholar. Yeah, some of y'all may be in school and you're trying to, you may be in school, you got a job, you got personal life coming at you. You could be teaching yourself, self-taught as well. I don't know, with his do-rag, this makes me feel like you're a self-taught type of Taurus. You do everything on your own. Like you've had to persevere over these experiences by yourself. Many of you could be an introvert. You're creating things. Some of y'all could have like a wig business, or you're looking into starting some type of wig, eyelashes, hair business, where you're able to like go to school from home, take online classes. You're able to do something from the comfort of your home, so you don't have to continue working for someone else. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. Like you don't want to have to continue working for another person or working for the man, working 9 to 5. Some of y'all may want to be getting into like a healing business as well, and you're ready for your physical reality to start reflecting what you spiritually envision for yourself in the future in your mind's eye. Some of you have like a lot of visions of where you know you're going to be, and the reason why you're sticking to something is because you know you're going to be great, you know you're going to be successful. Like you know that the healing power, that what the healing power effect the healing power has on you, you know how it saved your life. For some of you, this path really saved you from your own ego. It saved you from repeating old cycles and contracts with other people. You've been saved, preserved. Okay, and I feel like it's something about if the opportunities weren't coming before, they're about to start coming now. So now it's not the time to give up, because the opportunities are about to come in for you. Spirit, show me your message. What's your channel message? 3 cards, please. Responsibilities, lessons, growing up, fear, and then we have the World, period. Journey. It's not how you, it's not how you I don't know, there's a line in the song, it's how you live it or learn it or something like that. It's a reggae song. There's some type of decision on your journey There's some hesitation about this decision. What I'm noticing here is this is a door or opportunity. So you're being encouraged to seize some type of opportunity and like quiet your fear. Because with Syrian here, this is responsibilities, lessons, and growing up. And you're afraid of repeating some lessons. But it's a part of you getting out there outside of this. If you notice, look, introvert and world. It's like, nah, I don't really want to go out there and play with them people. All right. I can see everything I need to know from the television. Okay. I see everything I need to know from the TV screen. I don't need to go out there and learn the hard way. I watch the news. Okay. It's only pedophiles, and assholes out there. No, predators, pedophiles, and pricks. That's the 3 P's. Push and P. Unconditional love. Yeah, you're not gonna let nobody get you caught up and trap you into some type of contract so they can manifest their wildest dreams off of you. So you like, no. I get this vibe, Taurus, that you have to be like a Taurus that it take you a long time to complete like a spiritual enlightenment. I'm picking up strong masculine Taurus energy. Like it may take you a long time to complete a spiritual awakening because of this fear. The fear of the changes, the responsibilities that you would have to pick up, and the potential, like you're constantly weighing cause and effect, cost risk analysis. It's a lot of Libra, Virgo type energy. You could have placements in your chart that really bring this up for you. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Yeah. Which means you are the type of Taurus that will put yourself on like strict diets or strict schedules or strict certain type of, like you create things that prevent you from being able to succumb to someone misusing you, right? Let me give you an example. The perfect example for this would be having 3 jobs. Having 3 jobs to keep you from getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You're too busy working that you don't got time to fall for somebody online. You don't have time to let someone misuse you or hurt you. Things like that. Or mirror things back to you that will trigger you. You don't have time to get caught up in the web of drama, and that's because you ultimately remain introverted. The only person you need is spirit. The only person you need is your relationship with yourself, and you stick to this. You're gonna stick beside this system. This has worked for you, and you're like, after everyone's done killing themselves, after everyone's done self-destructing, I'll be here I'll be here to the end of the world. I'll be the last man or woman standing. Wow, this is hilarious. But it's very interesting to watch, like watching a reality TV on a show, and you're just like, man, they're just so foolish. And I would never, like watching a TV show and critiquing it. Because from your experience, you've mastered how to bypass all of this. The idle hands is the devil's playground. And the only thing out there is people that want to use up all your money, Yeah. And control you and tell you what to do. So it's safer on the inside. It's safer if I don't even play. This is someone that don't even play with people. Like, you're not going to the playground. You're not going to social gatherings. You're not going to public events. You're like, for what? For me to pick up on other people's energy? I learned from watching other people destroy themselves. I learned from watching other people that did it before me and it wasn't successful. So if it's not broke, why fix it? If it's not, why would I do that when the Bible already showed us what it looks like when you befriend an enemy? So why would I go out there and go befriend an enemy just for them to betray me? That's silly. So this is the type of scholar energy that I'm picking up on. It's not my responsibility to tell anybody that. This is also Taurian energy for those of you that walk away from situations where you see someone fall for a okie doke, right? Let's say you see someone get married to somebody else and the marriage ends up being horrible and they're fighting and they're arguing, but now they done invested so much time into that relationship. These are for my Taurians that looks at that situation and like, well, now it's time for you to grow up, man. You got bills to take care of. You got responsibilities to deal with. This is a whole obligation out here. Now you're gonna have to learn a lesson. Should have kept your dick in your pants. That's the type of energy that I hear right now. Or you should have your legs closed. It's like, yeah, how do you not see that coming? That was like a no-brainer. So that's why I don't do it, man. That's why I don't do those things, man. I don't do it. I don't get involved with those type of situations because it only get me caught up. I'm wiser than that. I'm trying to avoid the pitfalls, not run into it. That's what I see here. So everything's like, I'm okay. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm avoiding those karmic relationships. I'm ditching and dodging. But Spirit is saying fears are here. There's some fears here. Taurus, I don't know what it's about, but we about to pull it up. Spirit, show me. Let's get into it, Spirit. I keep hearing pushing P. Just stack my money, save my money. And yeah, man, I don't have time for this, man. That's all I keep hearing. That's like on replay that I hear in my head. This is why I do this. I gotta know it out. I gotta know it. Mrs. and Mr. Know-It-All currently coming through on a good Sunday when you will be watching this video. Oh, hold on. It's like Spirit got to drag you out of your own way, or Spirit has to drag you to make you go on PE. Yeah, it's something about you supposed to be, everybody goes to PE in school, right? This is like PE. Take a personal. Damn. You ever try to pick up cars with your nails? There's a art to it. You got to get it just right without bending the car. Look at it. She still got it. Listen, this is like for the Tauruses that are like, I am not going out there to learn the hard way. I am far from hard-headed. I am obedient. I listen. I do what I know. I do things right, so I know that I don't have to go through these type of lessons. Okay, girlfriend and boyfriend. I see y'all. You stubborn. But call it wise. You call it wise, okay? Did you know that wisdom? That's why this is the scholar. Because this is getting all of your information through reading and story and watching it from the backyard. But then looking at people that get their lessons from actually engaging in the activity and going through the experience. There's a layer of that wisdom that you would never really be able to achieve because you don't have the emotional attachment to the experience. There's something that you can't feel. It's a detached way of existing. But calling it, you know, smart, wise, like, yeah, you know a lot of book smarts. You read a lot of books. You watch a lot of information. But you too afraid to go out there in the world and really go and do half the shit that you read about, watch about, or listen about, you know, because you live in a space of, as the spirit is saying, so don't shoot the messenger. Living in the space of avoiding tragedy, avoiding stuff. So a lot of things may not resonate with you, you know, because you don't go nowhere, you don't do nothing. You ain't got shit going on. But it feels safe. But listen, fear consumes you. That's what spirit is saying. Fear consumes you. You still, you know, you probably barely got scratches on your knees and shit from when you were a child, because you just didn't put yourself in them type of compromising situations that would make you feel like you should have known better. You hate being taught a lesson by the universe. Is that what you're saying right now? Make it make sense. Spirit, let's talk about this. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. You ain't been through nothing. Your hands probably barely got any scratches on it. You pretty. You sitting real pretty. Nine of Wands in reverse. That is not, I'm not a wounded warrior. I don't do none of that. I go straight home. I come back. I live good. I have my luxuries. Okay, you might love to watch your Netflix and you chill. Things are just really smooth for you. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's like spirit's trying to get you to learn something new, to get in your car, to go out there and experience. All right, you may be really good at reading books, watching YouTubes, watching, like, you learn from movies and different things like that. But the Nine of Wands energy is like in reverse. This, to me, you don't even participate in them type of games. You don't even participate in letting a snake or letting a wolf deceive you. You don't even let nobody. The most you probably let in is your mother. And that's because that's forced entry. But outside of that, you probably won't even let them in. There's something about there's probably just one person you would let in your space or let in your world. You got two major arcanas. Something is pretty and tempting, but it's like, man, yeah, I still can't let myself fall victim and accidentally get one of these women pregnant out here. And next thing you know, I'm always working, I travel. You could be someone that travels on the road a lot. You go back and forth for work. You just out here saving up your money. And it's just like, commitment is just too much work. Like, you know, I don't even think that this energy is also showing me that this may be the reason why as well you don't engage in sexual activities, because someone could tie you down or potentially end up getting, you don't trust yourself. Something about not trusting yourself to not fuck around and get someone pregnant. Because, like, it would be very intentional because you know better. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Like, you feel like you would know better. There's no such things as a mistake or a lesson. You knew better because it was written in the Bible. You knew better because you've seen other people go through it. So that's that Syrian energy. So you're very harsh and like the way that you handle other people. Look at this. Look at this facial expression on this King of Cups. Like, so you want to sit here and tell me that you did not see that coming? Well, we read the same books, we went to the same school, we had the same education, and how did you not see this coming? Someone here feels like they're woke because of some type of information that they have read, or they have a very pessimistic type of way of looking at people and the way they judge people. It's like they feel like they know a lot because they read a lot of books, they're a scholar, or they read the Bible, or they have a lot of wisdom. They have a lot of understanding by watching other people fall down. And so this person or this energy, whoever you are, you've never really fell down. You've always been on the successful part. But Spirit is saying you're operating from an energy of fear. You're afraid of making a decision, so you don't do anything. You just stay on the fence at all times. Yeah, you may flirt a little bit every now and then, but when people get tired of that, you're like, yeah, there they go. They're off, going in their direction. I'll wait for the next person to come along. You'll entertain them for a little while, but nothing really too serious. You have a fear that one day you'll run into somebody, if you haven't already, that is just like you, okay? Or that is just like you, like they're a know-it-all introvert just like you, and it's like, yeah, that person. You may have already met that person. You've met your match somehow. But there's a fear that this person may be right, or this person may be wanting you to like get out of your comfort zone and do things that you don't want to do. What exactly doesn't this person want to do? I'm getting congested. Oh yeah. Like PDA. There's this fear like, if I deal with this person, they're not going to want PDA. They're not going to want something private. They're going to want to like post pictures online and say like we go together and things like that. So it's like, do I really want that type of decision? Like, is this really what's best for me? I can't tell. I don't know what I'm going on. I don't know what's going on right now. That's a fear. It's like, so let's save all of us the pain and the heartache, and let's just walk right past this option. Let's just pretend like it never came. And you may have done this multiple times, because I'm getting long time. Yes, being completely focused, more committed to your own agenda, your own initiative. Like I said, working multiple jobs, saving money, stacking money, and you may get a lot of pushback from people that they may say like, oh, you never do anything, you never go out. You may get a lot of people that are like, was that supposed to hurt? Was I supposed to feel some type of way? You're trying to tell me I need to heal? Like, can't nobody tell you what to do? Like, this is one of them type of energies where even if someone tried, that's exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for someone that is going to validate your own insecurity, or validate your fear, that's what their intentions was the whole time, was to mother you, control you, or have you coming back and forth and putting you on this journey with them, where they got to go through all these harsh lessons with you and all these different things. It's a very pessimistic energy out here. Yeah, real cutthroat and blunt and true, but it's stemming from like, oh yeah, you want to get me? You trying to catch me? Well, I see you coming a mile away. I'm not going to let you catch me. Like, who you fighting with? The air? No, air. This is someone fighting with the wind. It's unseen. It's like an enemy to your own estate. Looking for things to be wrong and then utilizing your traditional upbringing, your childhood, the way you were raised, your belief systems that you were raised on as a core fundamental for you to affirm this. Like, I'm gonna affirm that, yeah, I'm telling the truth, or I know what I'm talking about, because I'm not on that side of the fence where I'm learning a lot of harsh lessons, which means that the program that you have running in your subconscious mind is that program of, when a person goes through a lot of hardships in life and lessons, that's a curse. Limited belief, right? When a person is constantly being chastised by the universe, that God ain't happy with you. Another limiting belief, right? So what do? You be obedient. You avoid conflict. You avoid doing things wrong. You live a life in fear of the consequences, and validating that fear based off of the limited beliefs that was passed down to you around how you perceive the life experience, how you perceive the events of the world, and how it's a punishment. It's in due punishment, or it's in due justice based off of not doing things the right way, not sticking to traditions, not being obedient. What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah. Had you not indulged in your lower chakras, or had you not done this, you wouldn't have been in a relationship where you had to do that. Now you have to be in regret because you weren't listening, or you weren't following, you weren't being obedient. So now you're being chastised. That's a limiting belief that was given to you, a way to utilize fear, not love, to keep you from ever believing that when you fall down, that, see, what I see here is you have this belief that when a person falls down, it's in consequence of, which means the moment that something happens to someone, you start doing research on, well, why did that happen? Who did it to them? What were they supposed to do differently to avoid a certain X, Y, and Z? How could they have prevented it? And then you take all of that energy and then you cast it over yourself, and you say, well, I'm not going to do that because that person did it for me, so I will know not to do it. That person, that's a crab in a barrel type mentality. I'm going to sit back and watch everybody fall, trying to get out of this barrel. And then I'm going to utilize that information as a way to make sure that I don't fucking fall. But I'm going to watch them die first. And then I'm going to be the victor because you believe that you're the scholar that was given this wisdom, or you were given this access to the way to go about doing. But really all you're doing is utilizing ancient relics or ancient texts as a tool or a conduit to manipulate the situation to always work in your favor. But none of it is based off of real love, real experience, real, I know what it's like to face fear because I was in a situation where I was facing that fear. Or I know what it's like to experience the love of God because I nearly died and God revealed itself to me. You know what I'm saying? You're lacking a lot of experience by utilizing this fear as a way to keep you safe through prevention. And a lot of you, that's going to go right over your head, but if you know, you know. If you know what I mean, you'll know what I mean. It'll hit different. That's your contract. Right? That's your contract. And your contract has been sitting there controlling you for so long, unbeknownst to you, because spirit can't get you to start moving your feet. So what? So you gonna fight the thoughts and you gonna be like, that's the devil tempting me, telling me to reach out to this person. No, that's fear talking to your ass. That's your fears talking to you. You're so far gone, you don't even realize that you've been fixed for a long time ago. You've been fixed to think this way a long time ago, and you think that you're doing something different, but you're only a closet difference. You're only as different as you choose to be based off of what works. What has worked. Why change it? Why remove it? Utilize it. Utilize it to work for your advantage. Let it work for your advantage. This is trying to be woke, but ain't shit woke about this. The judgment card is in reverse, which means that spiritual hermit energy that's here is showing me that this is watching other people go through those spiritual experiences that help pave the way for them to be who they are. Okay? Taking the emotional conviction that they had to go through in order to earn the right to say that they conquered this and they overcame that and they experienced this, and utilizing it. Yes, as I feel like God told me this. I feel like this is what will happen. How can you feel anything if you never go out there and experience those things? How can you say you have received that message or that emotional love, or you've experienced that, if no one ever gets to reach that part of you that actually loves? If no one ever gets to reach that heart chakra, if you will never allow anyone to touch you, you are scared, you are afraid, and you are unhealed. You can only, and then when the person leaves your life that is mirroring to you as if you know something, you feel like they did something to you. No, they didn't do anything to you. You were just experiencing the love of the person that spirit sent to you to mirror what it's supposed to look like, and then harnessing that space for yourself and doing exactly what the church did, doing exactly what authority figures that have had great influence over humanity has done for centuries, which is, I'm going to harness that power. I'm going to harness that frequency of love, and I'm going to use it to cast the spell of fear over humanity. And they're going to keep coming to me, and they're never going to look at the woman. Matter of fact, they even wrote the woman out of the book. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They done made the mother the damn ghost. Out of sight, out of mind, seen, not heard. These are the things that have been adopted. And so you feel like you woke because you have utilized the information that has been left by many different people, magicians, manifestors, occult knowledge, religion, taking all of that energy, divine. This is like studying different subjects, and your biggest lesson is going to be that you are not utilizing your gifts and your talents and your abilities in the highest vibration. You're actually utilizing it in a very if I was to describe the energy that I see here, this is like wanting to be Neo and Trinity, but really operating from a frequency of like the guy that made a deal with Mr. Smith. So because he wanted to eat steak and he was tired of eating porridge. You know, like being woke but choosing to be sleep, but then pretending to be woke. and impersonating it. It's really it's something out here. It's something. This is someone that will get what he or she wants when they want it, how they want it, and they will study and watch a lot. You can watch a lot of YouTube videos or things like that on how to make a person come to you, or how to, you may have like mastered or consumed a lot of, like I said, the scholar doesn't have to just read books. You can consume things through observing. With introvert, you are someone that observes people. You study and you analyze human design and utilizing it to get what you want, he or she. Making someone be afraid of themselves. This is astral projecting as well into other people's dreams. This is astral projecting into other people's lives and trying to be a hindrance and create fear that if they move on without you, or if they go on in a particular direction, that it's not going to end well for them. But this is the illusion behind astral travel. Someone here has an ability to astral travel. It's like, why does this person get to have so much, why does this person gets to have so much, why do they get to be a messenger? Why does it feel different than mine? This is comparison as well. Wanting to venture off down a path. This is like chosen energy, wanting to venture down a path of but it's like when you had the opportunity to go through these experiences, you didn't want it. For some of you, when you have your person, maybe this is your person, I don't fucking know, take it how it resonates. But when someone here had the opportunity to have the person that they wanted, this is how they chose to handle the situation. I'm going to make no decision at all. And that's going to make them, trying to teach them a lesson yourself is using the oldest trick in the book. Trying to chastise someone spiritually, but at the same time be in love with them, but trying to chastise them to make them submissive. This is the oldest trick in the book. Authority figures. This is religious constructs. This is the way, this is using fear tactics as the way to get someone to fall into submission. And then trying to keep people away from seeing them, and only, don't want no one else. It's like putting someone in a trophy and exalting them and making them believe that this is what God wants of them. But really what you're doing is you're controlling them through fear. Like Stranger Things, the upside down place. There's no awakening. This is just you manifesting the situation. And then wanting everyone else to stay back, stay away. This is mine. Because you're literally trying to duplicate something that you've learned. You've learned some type of behavior, or you've learned some type of way of doing things or handling feminine energy, because you're really afraid of another person. Like, you need people to, it's like there's this energy, you or your person, they need people to be submissive in this way, because they have an insecurity that no one would tolerate this bullshit from them. or you. And so in order for them to feel safe to want to be in a relationship, or safe to want to give their love to someone, they got to make sure you're able to tolerate this type of bullshit from them. Again, because they're and then low-key be in competition with you. Because something about you or your person's journey, take it how it resonate, feels way more profound than what they've been, how they've been going about it. The World card. And then they get mad because you move on, or they get mad because, or you get mad because they move on and find their confidence and their assertive energy, their self-esteem, because whatever little hocus pocus you were utilizing to control them, or they were utilizing to control them, to control you, ain't working no more. This is someone saying, I was rooting for you. I was going to choose you. Had you changed, or had you did this, or had you come for me, or did this, I wouldn't have rejected you. You created the entire plot and the storyline yourself. Someone here created this entire plot and this entire storyline, and pretending, impersonating spirit, impersonating that divine energy by exalting themselves. This is what I see here. But it's something that was taught to this person. Someone could have grown up in a culture that was very cultish, or they grew up in a culture that was, you know, like the culture where everyone has to like cover, like the women are required to like cover their bodies and different things like that. So it's something that may have been like inherited or passed down, this belief system around love. You know, it's just like two extreme, vast realities crossing paths. Yeah. So because someone was afraid, look at this. Sending out spiritual. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This just don't make no sense. This is what you call separating chosen. Those that are chosen versus those that want to be chosen. Those that are just hearing shit. They're hearing their own inner fears speak out loud, and then utilizing it as a way to attack people. Utilizing it as a way to speak on divine feminine energy. As a way to speak on what another person needs to do. This is what you would call people that get on YouTube and they're talking about what it means to be submissive, and what it means to be XYZ, or how you're supposed to behave, or, you know, how you're supposed to curtsy. Ain't nothing about these energies divine. There's only one divine feminine. Wanting something that you're not even prepared, or have the spiritual capacity and the spiritual awareness and the spiritual lessons that would have prepared you to be able to receive a divine feminine. But you got to make sure she's able to keep your secret. And the secret you want this divine feminine to keep is that ain't nothing about you fucking divine. Ain't no divine masculine energy out here. Ain't nothing about you divine. And what you give is barely even giving. Because you got no, you looking for love outside of yourself. You don't know what it's like to really love someone. Because you're still healing from prior events. This is like one of the biggest changes you were supposed to take from a situation with someone. So here, yeah. You have 2 pages of swords. You fighting yourself. You sending messages out to yourself. Whoever this energy is. And meanwhile, this Queen of Swords energy They ain't even bothered. That's how I feel. Page of Swords. They're waiting for their next message. They're waiting for their next assignment. Their focus is not looking up for the sky to fall or looking up for something miraculous to happen. They're in their experience. They're in their body. They're accepting the reality, being in their present moment, and they're prepared. They've been spiritually prepared for those that are about to come in. This is like being chosen by the Most High. And so their success is going to look differently because they're pulling from a different source. They're not pulling from their ego. It's not coming from off their strength alone. And so, yeah, their feminine energy is going to be very blunt and cutthroat, and they're going to speak about these different things and initiate this activation with the hermit energy, this humbling energy. And then their masculine energy is always calm. You see how this, when animals are calm around you, that's because you're not seeking, your energy is not anxious, it's not overly zealous, but they're not trying to wield the power at all times. The divine gives it to them, and then they do their research or they deliver their message. These are messages offering the truth, but from a humble standpoint. This is the alignment. This is what separates the two. Not trying to fix messages to suit your narrative. This is what this divine feminine ain't trying to appeal to anyone's ego. When they can clearly see the truth is that they have an imbalanced ego. Yeah. And it is hard to listen. And it is hard to receive. When there's so much entitlement. And I feel like they hang up their armor and they hang up their responsibilities and they go off and they go enjoy their family. And they go off and they make time to spend time with their family and make memories and different things like that. But they're not walking around with their head up their ass. This is what this energy feels like. That Six of Coins. Yeah. Whoever these energies are, they wanted divine feminine or this Queen of Swords energy to beg and be afraid of missing out, wanting breadcrumbing, being afraid of missing out on the attention. So now you're about to have, like, either you're about to have or other people. Look at this. The Nine of Wands. Hey, how you get here? Shh, don't say nothing. I was already here. I was here a long time ago. You just didn't know I was coming. What the fuck? There's someone trying to jump on your path. Like they were always, that they like they did the fucking work. No, Negropians. That's what I call people that are at a certain vibration. So don't take it personal. It's not a color thing. It's a consciousness thing, okay? Crab in a barrel type mentality. All right? Take it how it resonate. What you see here, these wannabe woke, wannabe I know everything types of energies, they don't go through any of these experiences. They sit close to those that have. They parlay with them. And here it is. This person literally got the whole. They staying ready. They staying ready because they know the shit is tricky out here. They got the wounds and the experiences to match it. And now you have those that have these are the ones that are like just sitting by listening to the story, and it's so renowned, and then they just repeat the story. Repeat the story. So you put your right hand up on it like this, and you took your left hand, you put it down here like that, right? That's how you hold it. That's how you hold it. That's how you hold it up. That's what it is. Literally trying to study, and then looking up in the motherfucking sky, like looking up in the sky like, oh, I was sent here. I was sent here to help you. The fuck? Anybody? This is someone that literally went and rolled up in some dirt and got themselves all dirty to pretend like they have been doing the work. These are people that have not been doing the work. They have not extracted that wisdom through that hardcore experience. They have not gone through certain things that prepared you for this journey. They're still too afraid to get over their own fears. And so the lessons that they're avoiding, they got to get close enough to you so they can bypass the lesson through having you learn it for them. Oldest trick in the book. And then, because you have invested in the self-interest of this person, you cover for them. You promote them. You give them clout through your hard fucking lessons. Who's really doing the work? You or them? And it damn sure ain't them, because they too afraid to get their hands dirty. I'm telling these motherfuckers with pretty hands. No offense, no pun taken, you know, no offense, male or female, it's all good, it's all good. But the truth is, there's a web of lies, okay, in our world today. There's a web of lies in our world today. And it's easier, there's this trend going on of mirroring being healed, trying to mirror this healer's journey, okay, this walk for like quick success. Look at that, divine feminine. Everybody wants to be a fucking divine feminine. This is like do it yourself, trying to mirror what that's supposed to look like. And then calling themselves woke. They just need a little following in a community. Yes, anyone can be a divine feminine. You are absolutely right. But we're talking about gods and goddesses. We're talking about healers and therapists. We're talking about people that have real spiritual guidance through their life experiences. This is what separates entertainers versus spiritual beings having a human experience. Yeah, they do not compare. And spirit guides is always going to prepare the seat for those that have their head on straight, their higher self on straight, that has done the work. All right, anything other than that is just a soul tie. It's a title. It's fallen victim for I just want a title. I just want my person. I just want this. I. Self-righteous, entitled, pompous motherfuckers all over the world. Look at that. Ego driven, and unable to really see how they're tied to this shit. Soul tied to it. It becomes a whole karmic lesson, and then they refuse to do the lesson. So it will repeat itself. We have divine masculine, divine feminine. It's a whole shit show. This is Spirit is saying. You have master teachers. You have master healers. You have angelic beings. You have spirit guides that have done this before, that are literally exposing this shit for what it is. And the position, the throne, and they all want to be in this position. And ain't none of them doing the work. Where they utilizing the titles, the claims. Nobody's willing to get the hard truth. Listen, spirit don't talk to you nice. It's not always pretty. It's not always pretty. To be on this path, you're gonna be literally going through shit. Every time you pick up something and your curiosity, you gotta become the fool. You gotta become a little crazy. And this is why when you're initiated into stuff, you go through a lot of different things that push your physical limitation. And look at that. They ain't gonna let you die, but damn, it's gonna feel close to it. You're gonna feel like you in the in-between. For real, for real. It is not a joke. Because they have to make sure there is absolutely nothing left inside of you that needs to be torn down. That you solid, like you 10 toes down. Look at this. This is when you know that you gliding. Like, oh, fuck, I'm just falling. I slipped and fell and I can't get up. You know, oh, if I have to start over, they need to make sure that you're willing to start over as many times as necessary. And you're not caught up in the constructs of prevention. You're not caught up in the limits and beliefs of safety and security. You're not caught up in the limits and beliefs of divine masculine, divine feminine, that you have literally realized that all of this shit is one. Or if you still want to do it the hard way, where you're appeasing the ego of other people. I gotta sit here and constantly address to you based off your identity in order for you to be able to read between the lines. Then that's AP classes. That's another level. So many of you are about to be called to a higher level. And you're going to be asked to get rid of or let go of those people that are not on your level. All right. So let's say you have a position and you guided people to a certain point. Well, now you're about to say goodbye to people that cannot leave from astrology. You're about to say goodbye to people that cannot leave from, you know, the karmic and the twin flame journey. You're being called to ascend, and your level of ascension, there's no limit to it. So if it's limitless, but all you know is, well, I'm known for my image, I'm known for my reputation, this is what I have created for myself, then that means that you have fallen into that same trap of you being the person that's important. It's not about you. That's your ego. It's not about you. You're not important. You're nobody. And until you can see yourself as being nobody and everything, nothing and everything all at the same time. I know it's a brain twister, but that's exactly what I see here. Yeah. Because Spirit's always going to take what you feel like you can save and hold on to and take with you until you realize that when you die, you take nothing. Not even the skin or the flesh on your back. There's nothing that you take with you. And so until they will beat it out of you. They will take you through experiences that make you realize that and humble yourself. However, a lot of these energies don't want to do that. Many are called, but only few are chosen because nobody wants to do this part. Nobody wants to do that part. If Spirit told you today, I don't care if you had 100,000 followers, 100,000 subscribers. If Spirit told you today, I want you to stop doing that and never return, would you do it? I want you to leave and never return. What's your first response? Your first response is your true response. And if your first response was, well, why would I do that when I could just transfer over my followers and they could support me over there? That's not what Spirit asked you to do, though. Spirit said, give it all up. And if your first response was, well, am I going to get it back when I go over there with you? Then that's, once again, that's you being a smart aleck. Your choice is now contingent on what you're finna receive on the other side if you listen. That's example number 2, person number 2. And then if your first thought was, no problem. No problem. Done. And when people come to you, where you been? 100,000 people was looking for you. God told me to move, and so I moved. You got to have that type of unwavering faith. Even if you had to do it over and over and over again. Even if you had to break down your boxes and build up your apartment and move to another location over and over and over again. Until you get to a space where you are no longer conflicted about what you're supposed to be doing in order to get to where you know you're supposed to be. Then you're not ready to sit in this seat. And Spirit's going to continue giving you opportunities for you to become ready. And it's going to feel like a thumb is being pressed down on your shoulder. You're going to feel like you're being set down. You're going to feel like you're being controlled. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable. It's intended to. Shit ain't never supposed to be comfortable until you break. But you don't want to be broken though. You don't want something to have that ability to apply the type of pressure on you. Then you ain't built for this. You ain't ready for that. So don't look at other people and what they got going on and say you want something that you ain't ready to go through blood, sweat, and tears over. Are you ready to die? That's what this is. That's the type of unwavering commitment that's being asked from someone right now. Are you ready to give up all your constructs of your past? Are you ready to see the dead? Are you really ready to see with your two eyes? Can you take it? And if you can't, the lessons that spirit has you going through, it's at a pace where it is intended to. It's at a pace. It's really like at a slow pace. It's really it's not at a fast pace. It's at a pace where you got time. This person got time to literally take two hands and situate the pentacle on this tree. What does that tell you? That this person has enough time to put some extra energy into it. Okay? He's not rushing. Shit ain't dropping over. He had time to place this pentacle delicately on the stoop. He had time to prepare his tools so he could do it. So Spirit is saying, you're going to have time. It's no hurry. It's no rush. But during the times that you have, Spirit wants you to do it with enthusiasm. Jacket on, jacket off. Don't just take your jacket off and just throw it there and just give anything. No, quality, enthusiasm. Even through the rainy days. You're going to have good and you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you feel you want your money back. You're going to have days where you feel like you don't know where you're headed. That's okay. That's a part of the process. Put the burden down until Spirit tell you to pick it back up. How annoying is that, right? That was the most irritating scene. When I was younger, that was the most irritating scene for me, is when he literally told Jaden, put on the jacket, take it off, and then told him to smile. That made, oh my God, I remember when that movie first came out, I was like, yo, that was a trigger for me. Because when I was younger and I used to practice for my presentation that we used to say at the feast, right? So here I am doing a presentation on my name, and my mom was that type of teacher where she would stand me up and she would tell me to repeat it until I said it perfectly, and I hated it. Oh my God. Like, that was the type of shit where I hated it. Or to recite scriptures or to recite different things. It was like now, like when I was able to put down that burden of having to be groomed in that way, oh my God, you can't get me to remember nothing. I believe that I'm going to find out what I'm supposed to know when it comes up close enough to me for it to be in my auric field. That's the only time it gets my attention. Anything outside of that, man, I won't give it no extra second thought. Look at this. I'm telling you. It's meant to render you something every single time. Look at that. Spirit just gonna pop that shit out right there in your cup. Oh my God. Is that a fish? I think that's a fish. That's that aha moment. I'm inspired. I feel something. This is an Ace of Pentacles. And then yes, the other people are gonna look at you and be like, how the fuck did Taurus just resurrect themselves? Your resurrection is happening on a daily basis. Every time you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, you're experiencing your revelation, and when you wake up, you're experiencing your resurrection. When you take on that perspective on a day-to-day basis, you'll start to look at life differently, and you'll start to see exactly what it's meant to prepare you for each day. It's I don't know how to explain it to you. I hope that helps. The sun. I'm telling you, this is how you stay on the bright side. This is how you stay on the bright side. This is how you shoot and you never fucking miss. This is how you stay. At some point, dying needs to become comfortable. Death has to become comfortable. It has to become a space of enjoyment. You know, y'all, it feels so good on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it feels so good to walk with your guides in spiritual tandem and go and shoot your shot and never fucking miss because you're supported by the universe. It feels so fucking good for you to have that, to know that you're not walking alone, to know that the direction in which you are aiming for, you will never fail. You can never fail. I don't care if you dropped everything today and started somewhere tomorrow. That's how much spiritual guidance you have. That's how much the universe is already trying to get you to see that you have everything that you need already within you. Even if your reality doesn't look like it, even if your bank account doesn't look like it, even if the people that once supported you are not supporting you anymore, miss me with that. Even if you lost that title, that job, that relationship, you went down other paths or someone didn't find you attractive, your path is always the right path. No matter what you come in contact with. This is how you walk with your heart open instead of closed. Oh, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Standing your ground. Yes, and afterwards, just remain in gratitude. Let them tell you. You stay focused. Surrender. Stay focused through surrender. Let people poke at you. Let people say things about you. Let them laugh at you and see how you feel. But guess what? Like, it's a blessing in disguise. This is why you're so lucky. This is why you're so blessed. Like, how the fuck did you do that? You were just outside begging for food and now you're inside and you don't even need me. This is how you keep fucking people up. Like, oh, excuse me, pardon me. You thought I was blind? You thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. I don't even know that song, but it came in my mind. And so I eat them for lunch. But yeah, this is why you hide. And I see a lot of y'all are doing it. The energy would not be here if majority of the Taurian collective wasn't already doing this shit. You're just being reminded of what you already do, and you're being reminded to continue doing what you already do. So if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. But if you know it fit, work on it. I gave you a lot of tidbits. Spirit gave you a lot of tidbits. I do nothing. All right, Taurus, I love you. Oh, wait. I almost forgot your card. Ooh. Prosperity frog. Look at you kissing all them frogs out there. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune awaits you. Didn't I tell you? Abundance and good fortune awaits you. Taurus, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. I'll see you next time. Toodles.